Yo, what's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome to Implicit Sanctuary ASMR. And now it's time for some 90's music trivia. I definitely love the 90's era of music as well. Not quite as much as the 80's, if you know me at all. But I know there's tons and tons of great songs that came out of the 90's decade of many types of genres, and I appreciate and love many of those songs, so let's give it a try. It's going to be 2 quizzes like last time, a long one and then a short one-hit wonder quiz, and we'll see how I do. Probably not as good as the 80's one, but let's give it a go. Oh, and in case you haven't noticed, I thought it would be fun to sprinkle in some 90's phrases and words throughout this video for nostalgia's sake. So chillax and take a chill pill. This video's gonna be all that and a bag of chips. Okay, for the first one, it looks like you just click the icon and it gives you the answer instantly. So I'm sure I'll get every answer right. As if. Who was the only female solo artist to have a #1 hit single without releasing an album? No idea, but that's a pretty interesting feat. And that's Lisa Loeb. The song being Stay. Great song, but I did not know that. What famous star appeared in Paula Abdul's Rush Rush video? And that would be Keanu Reeves. Yes, I believe it was some kind of car racing contest video, if I recall correctly, but I'm not 100% sure. Which group's debut album, named after a London suburb, had a Pet Shop Boys song cover? I should know that, since Pet Shop Boys is my 3rd favorite band of all time, but I don't, and the answer is East 17. Never heard of them. They probably did not get famous in the US. Which Stephen Kapoor song was included in the soundtrack for Dumb and Dumber? I actually have not seen that movie. I know a lot of people like it, and I don't know who Stephen Kapoor is, so I do not know. The answer is Boom Shakalak. That sounds familiar. I probably heard the song. Which female artist released a song called Hero in 1993? That's an easy one. Mariah Carey. And that's correct. What is the title of MC Hammer's most successful single in the 90's? I would have to say You Can't Touch This, which I believe was 90 or 91. Correct. Which song of Roxette Band was featured in the movie Pretty Woman? And I believe that's It Must Have Been Love. Correct. Which 1994 song earned Bruce Springsteen the Academy Award for Best Original Song? I believe it's from the movie Philadelphia, and the song is Streets of Philadelphia. Correct. I should know this one. Which Michael Jackson song hit #1 position in 1995 on the Billboard 100 Singles chart? He had a lot of hits, but I'm gonna guess Earth Song, because I believe that came out that year, and by the way, it's an amazing song and an amazing video if you haven't watched it. And I'm wrong. You are not alone. Okay, I'll have to find out when her song came out. Maybe it was the same year. Maybe it didn't hit #1, but it should have if it didn't. Which two members of NSYNC were Mouseketeers on the new Mickey Mouse Club? And that should be Justin Timberlake and JC Chazé. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yes. Which rap group was totally crossed out? Based on that clue, I would guess Crisscross. Yes. And I forgot the name of their song, but it was very catchy. And they were like 12 years old or something. Who sang Hold My Hand? I believe that's Hootie and the Blowfish. Correct. Which two New Kids on the Blocks were brothers? That would be Jordan and Jonathan Knight, I believe. Yes. Which female movie star worked in Bon Jovi's Always video? Don't know, never seen the video. The answer is Carrie Russell from Felicity. Also never saw the show, but I'm pretty sure it was big in the 90s. Who sang A Whole New World? I assume they mean from Aladdin and the pop version. And I do not know, but when I see the name, I will know. Oh, I was gonna guess Peebo Bryson, but Regina Belle I wouldn't have guessed. Which member of what rap band burned her football player boyfriend's house down? I think I remember hearing about that in high school. I'm gonna guess Lisa Left Eye Lopez from TLC. Yes. I also thought she passed away, but I'm probably mixing her up with Aaliyah. Which American female singer released an album called The Immaculate Collection in 1990? And that would be Madonna. Correct. Who am I? I was born in Sydney, Australia in 1975. I appeared in Neighbours in the 90's. That must be a TV show. And later began a career in singing. I released a song called Torn. Well, I know that song. It was a pretty big hit in the US, I believe. And that would be Natalie Imbruglia. Yes. Another easy one. Who sang the hit song from the Titanic movie, My Heart Will Go On? That would be Celine Dion. What song by Katrina and the Waves won the 1997 Eurovision Song Contest for the UK? No clue. I believe Walking on Sunshine is the only song I know of that band. And that was definitely from the 80s. Unless they just redid it. Nope. Wrong answer is Love Shine a Light. From which 1997's rock band? Chris Martin, Johnny Buckland, Guy Berryman, and Will Champion were belonged. They were belonged to Coldplay. Correct. And I only knew that because of Chris Martin. Who was the lead vocalist of Nirvana? That would be the amazing Kurt Cobain. Correct. And I'll never forget hearing the news when he passed away in my dorm room. It was quite the shocker. Which Spice Girl was nicknamed Sporty Spice? I don't know much about the group, and as far as their nicknames, I know each one had one. So I would just guess I know the name Jerry Halliwell. Oh, it was Mel B. No, Mel C. No, I'm confused. Was there a Mel C and a Mel B? Wow. Moving on. Who had a US #1 in 1992 with This Used to Be My Playground? Again, Madonna. Correct. Great movie, too. Which rock band was behind #1 hit with the song The Fly in 1991? Doesn't ring a bell. U2. Oh, I should have known that, but I would have to hear the song and then it would refresh my memory. Which male artist released a best-selling album in 1991 called Diamonds and Pearls? Very easy for me. That would be Prince. Prince's was and always will be da bomb. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to see him live several times, and he was absolutely incredible. He was a genius musician and singer and performer, and the only person that came out after his show riding a bike through the aisles of the arena. That was a pretty cool memory. Which famous male vocalist was born in Georgios Kyriakos Panaitao? Wow, I totally butchered that. My apologies. And that has to be George Michael. Correct. Another most amazing singer. I always said that I wish I had his voice if I could choose anyone's. It's just like perfect, even when you hear him live. So rest in peace. Give the title of Whitney Houston's best-selling album in 1992. I love her music, but don't know enough about her discography and release dates. But I'm gonna have to guess the Bodyguard soundtrack because of how huge it was. And that's correct. Who were the main vocalists behind Unchained Melody in 1995? I do not know. I only know the original, which is, I believe, the Righteous Brothers version. And the answer is, wow, Robson Green and Jerome Flynn. And I've never heard of either one of those. What was the title of Shaggy's 1993 hit song? I believe it's called It Wasn't Me. Or was that later? It's called Oh Carolina. I was wrong. My bad. Which rock band was formed by Damon Albarn, Graham Coxon, Alex James, Dave Rowntree? And I only recognize the name Damon Albarn. That would be Blur. Correct. Who had a UK top 30 hit in 1991 with Wonderful Tonight? And that has to be Eric Clapton. Correct. What Soundgarden song formed a religious cult? Well, my guess would be Black Hole Sun, which is another great song from that decade. And that is correct. Who designs Sean John clothing? Well, I believe he had many names. P. Diddy, Diddy, Puff Daddy. And the answer is his official name, Sean Combs. Which rap star lost the battle with AIDS? Hint, he was a former member of the NWA. I can picture him, and he was on a reality show, and I think it's Eazy-E. Yes. Rest in peace. Which band had their first #1 hit in 1998 with I Don't Wanna Miss a Thing? That would be from Armageddon movie, Aerosmith. In 1999, who had a #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 with Genie in a Bottle? That would be Christina Aguilera. Correct. Which country won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1992, 1993, and 1994? And I have no clue. I just found out about that event a few years ago. Obviously, it's not a thing here in the US, so I will just guess Germany. Wrong. The answer is Ireland. So obviously I'm not doing too well, but some of these questions are pretty specific and not really related to the songs themselves, so I don't feel too bad. And I don't want to diss you, but I hope you're getting some of them right. What model appeared in both Don't Cry and November Rain videos for Guns N' Roses? I have no idea her name, but I can picture her very well in the video in that dress. And no clue. The answer is Stephanie Seymour. November Rain is also a brilliant, epic song, by the way. What's the #1 song by Hanson in 1997? Well, I don't know if they're one-hit wonders. And I only know one song, so I'm going to guess Mbop. Yes, correct. What day did Tupac die? No clue. I'll have to guess Sunday. Oh, they want the exact day, September 13th, 1996. In 1990, which American dance group had an international hit with the song Groove is in the Heart? That would be Delight. And that song is wicked fun. Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? Who wrote this song? And I'm pretty certain that's Paula Cole. Correct. Set Adrift on Memory Bliss. Which band sang that one? That would be PM Dawn. It says Backstreet Boys. I'm going to have to look into that, because I'm pretty certain, unless they both sang that song. Strange. I even know they sampled part of True from Spandau Ballet in the PM Dawn version. Interesting. I Do Cherish You. Which band sang this song? That would be 98 Degrees. And I Do Cherish You. Okay, and that's actually the end of the first quiz. And I'm sure you would agree that that quiz was really fly and hella fun. Booyah. I did great. Not. Maybe a C at most is my score. Hopefully not a D+. But anyway, it's okay. It was still fun. Now let's do a short one-hit wonder quiz. Okay, the one-hit wonder quiz is pretty short. It's just about 10 questions. And on reviewing them, it looks like I know almost all the answers. And I hope you will too. Number 1. Delight told us that groove is in which of these organs? The heart, the brain, the stomach, or the liver? Definitely the heart. What group told the world I'm too sexy for another hit song? Lightning Seeds, Faith No More, Right Said Fred or House of Pain? Definitely Right Said Fred. Hadaway's hit song had certain Saturday Night Live characters bobbing their heads at the Roxbury. What was the name of the song? What's Up? What is Love? I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles? Or Cotton Eye Joe? That would be What is Love? Crash Test Dummies hit song had a title without any vowels. True or false? True. Just a bunch of M's. Deep Blue Something named their one-hit wonder after a movie that starred Audrey Hepburn. What was the movie called? Roman Holiday, Sabrina, Charade, or Breakfast at Tiffany's? That would be Breakfast at Tiffany's. Which of these groups might have found it a bit bizarre to not have more than one hit song? The Verve, Los Del Rio, OMC, or Four Non-Blondes? That one I do not know. I'll just guess The Verve, and that does not sound right. Fill in the blank. Biz Markie had a hit with his song, Just a Blank. Definitely Just a Friend. Gotta type it in, be right back. Which of these songs feature the lyric, You want it all, but you can't have it? Epic by Faith No More, Get Here by Olita Adams, Walking in Memphis by Mark Cohn, or Hippie Chick by Soho? Definitely Epic by Faith No More. Donna Lewis's hit song was entitled I Don't Ever Want to See You Again. True or false? I'm going to say false. I believe her song was I Love You Always Forever. The opposite of I Don't Ever Want to See You Again. And finally, last question. Which group's hit song was a true bittersweet symphony? Semisonic, New Radicals, Chumbawamba, or The Verve? And I believe it's The Verve. So I think I had two that I didn't know. Let me submit my answers and see what it says. Okay, time for the answers. Delight saying Groove is in the Heart. Correct. I'm Too Sexy was written by Right Said Fred. Hadaway's hit song from Night at the Roxbury was called What is Love? Crash Test Dummies hit song, correct, did not have any vowels. Just 12 M's. Love that song, by the way. Deep Blue Something did name their song after the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. And number 6, I knew I'd get wrong. Which of these groups might have found it a bit bizarre not to have more than one hit song? I chose The Verve, but it was OMC. And their song was called How Bizarre, which I've heard that many times. I just didn't correlate the song to the artists. Number 7, Biz Marquis's hit was Just a Friend. And You Want It All, But You Can't Have It was the lyrics from the song Epic by Faith No More. And number 9, I did get correct. Donna Lewis's hit song was not called I Don't Ever Want to See You Again. It was called I Love You Always Forever. And finally, Bittersweet Symphony was written by The Verve. Okay, well, they gave me a grade of A, which is 9 out of 10 or 90%. Not too bad. That makes up for the last quiz. Anyway, that's about it for now. Well, I hope you enjoyed this 90s music challenge. If not,